take this up past the 20. Which is together. Lewis. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Defensive tackle, not just a space eater anymore. A guy with agility, movement skills.
For the offense here on second down. Here's Luck, 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Throwing on third down, Luck. And it's caught. Kobe Flainer. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. So in their own territory, but they only need to do. We're about to find out. Fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Returnable here from the 38. Officially first and 10. And New York set to take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
Play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
On the carry, good pickup on first down. And here now, New Orleans defensive unit.
You have to love Jamie Collins. You can use him just about anywhere on the defense. Inside linebacker, outside linebacker, defensive end. He might even play a little bit of safety if you give him the chance.
Play action. It's Newton. Hits his target. The tight end will tie. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important. It's caught at the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His second touchdown on the season. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off. Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
One man in the backfield is Gordon. Newton now to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it a second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll give to the fullback on the dive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Newton on 3rd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So as it turns out, that sack does not wind up costing him, at least in terms of getting points. They get 3.
Yeah, once you see your quarterback go down the backfield, you think, uh-oh. But fortunately for them, their kicker came to the rescue and made sure they got something out of that drive after all.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And a cutback, right sideline. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And he motions the wide receiver. Now they'll run it on the toss. Cutback, left sideline. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20.
When you see a big-time run to the outside, It always comes back to setting the edge, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and they were perfect at setting the edge there.
And the funny part is, both sides of the ball talk about it. The offense has to set the edge so you can get outside. The defense wants to set the edge to control things so they can kick the run back inside.
Offense wins there.
Offense won big.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Now they'll run with Lewis. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Halfback sent in motion. They'll try the air now with Locke. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it's 3rd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Luck now to throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And this one is...
Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that, and when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity during the game.
On 1st and 10, Newton flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From the gun, here's Newton. And he comes back with one complete. 17 yards to pick up there.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. On 1st down, Newton. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. Throwing on 3rd down. Newton escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They come out here in the eye. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward. And the Saints will have the football back. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol. Throwing his Luck. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the foot. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful of not being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. And the wideout in motion. Off of play action. Luck. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, tough coverage.
Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Play action. It's Luck. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football. Worked so hard to get his feet down inbounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
Yeah, that he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will knot us up at 10. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect that.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
The Saints with an extra defensive back here on third on the field.
Could they blitz?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the Saints signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now here's a local boy from LSU. He was a Tiger. Brad Wing on to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now a play fake, and it's locked. Surveying the field. Now he'll escape to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Moncrief, the man in motion right. Throwing on third down. Luck. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be taken at the 13. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Giants. Seth Roberts, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk.
And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw on second down is Locke. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll let it go deep right. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston that he goes, and he is their dangerous wide receiver in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now Newton on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
But we just saw him run the football really effectively there with 3 tight ends in the game. And any defensive coordinator, when they see that set, if they can get more bodies out onto the field, not more than 11, of course, but bigger bodies to combat what they're going to do, because that's a run-heavy formation. Those guys are out there to block 9 times out of 10. And in this case, they did it really successfully.
It'll go as a gain of 12. And that leads to a New Orleans first down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now Allen to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Now it's Luck off the bootleg. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they show to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. One man in the backfield is Gordon. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. They'll try the air now with Newton. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And that takes us from second to third down. Let's see what they go to here on third down at 6. Throwing on third down, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. The take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
They come out here in the eye. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On second down, here's Locke. Left side and caught by Flainer. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. The motion man here, Flainer. Here's Luck now on second down. Over the middle, open is Thomas. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, there really wasn't much there, but a completion is a completion. A tough third down awaits them.
Third down now following the completed pass. Now a play fake, and it's Locke. And this is going to be incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it brings up fourth down. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
And this one is right through. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. One man in the backfield is Gordon. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on third down. From the gun on third down, Newton. This is Gordon on the dump off. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, And he picks up a back.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Following the fumble recovery, here's Luck. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And he motions the wide receiver. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to get
back in the league. Is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. One receiver left, two to the right. On second and 10, Locke. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Locke. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will add 3 more to their lead and pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And the Giants ready to come out now. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. One man in the backfield is Gordon. Newton now to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a 1st down.
And he'll be the one in the film session if he's saying, hey, run that one back, coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that again.
2 more time.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
Over the middle, open is Thomas. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Luck throwing again. That's caught. It's Thomas. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Shift together here from the D-line. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Again, it's Lewis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Second down, goal to go from the 6. Now Lewis. And able to push his weight. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal.
Hey,
They come out here in the I. Third and goal now, so some urgency here for the offense. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Here we go. A big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. And now out come the Giants. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Back to throw. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And quickly they get to the line. Back to throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
He's back to throw, sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. He'll look to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. And now they're in the hurry-up. And he'll spike it with 16 seconds remaining. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. One man in the backfield is Gordon. And he'll get it up the middle. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Newton. His pass caught at the 4. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. One last throw here for Newton. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout. And it's the two... Teams talk it over on their respective sidelines. We take a break. A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense. One final shot. That is caught. Touchdown, and no time remains. And they're an extra point away from winning this football game.
And not only did they score, they tied the game. That means...
Yep, the PAT now can win it. And he has got it. And a bar... This was a game we'll have in the memory banks for a while. The winning touchdown at the end, and then they had to get that extra point. You know, the knees were shaking. But he put it through, and boom, a dramatic victory.
And just remember, prior to 2015, that extra point almost felt routine, didn't it? Like it was a fait accompli. But when we moved it back to the 15, now the drama kicked in. So, yes, a touchdown, extremely important. Obviously, they had to have it. That was huge. But that...
So for the Giants, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter.